You almost want to critique these guys and hold them to a standard of the professional athletes we're used to seeing. We forget sometimes. You think back to what you went through when we were 18, 19.
Tracked down by Pascal. Here comes the freshman, barrels through and completes it. 7 points for Eric Pascal. Look down low, Smith lost his man and completes it in 6 straight. Pascal to the left, no, Senkfelder, another rebound, and this time he puts it in again.
I like that Pascal did it, Jules did not.
Pascal again from 3, buries his second one here tonight. Anderson with room, now it's Smith on the drive, flips it in.
A lot of confidence right now.
Splits the D, switches to the right, Pascal says, not this time. Out of bounds, last touch by UMass. The last 6, Esho comes up short, Lane, offensive rebound, and again misses for 2. Thomas the other way against Hines. Loses him. Here's Senkfelder for a trailing 3. And here come the Rams again. Thomas using the room screen against the lane. Tried to defend it well, but with 4 fouls couldn't do much. Esho off the mark. Thomas with it. 40 seconds to go in a 7-point game. Smith, strong take, and the finish for the senior to begin A-10 play. Here's Smith with 15 seconds to go. Hits a long 3.
At the beginning of the second half, we went from up 6 to down 6. And I think that was the game right there. And the separation at the end ends up being 6. You know, Gordon did a great job on the backboards. He beat us up on the glass. I thought we did a great job out of the lane, and they did a great job having other guys step up. Ryan Rooms, Kiba did a great job defending in the post. Our weak side help was there. But, you know, Lane's a good player. He didn't force things. He made sure he kicked it out. And, you know, in the second half, it's that little, like, 4-minute stretch. I'll watch the film now, and that's really what kind of killed us there, I think. We did a decent job taking care of the basketball. A couple of turnovers, you know, hurt us at about the 8-minute mark, I think, when we were making a run at them. And then Davis, you know, Davis was great tonight. He didn't miss from the foul line, and he was solid from the floor. Those threes he made were deep and big. So, but we competed, and I told them we're right there. I said, don't you dare lay down, don't you dare quit. Last week's effort against Rhodey, we come up a little short. Today, we come up a little short against 2 teams that are in the top of the league and have 13 wins each, and we're there. We just have to continue to get better and continue to make a couple plays. But once again, I'm looking at you know, Eric Pascal and Christian Senkfelder and John Sevier to make those plays. I thought Mandel Thomas did a decent job at the point again. He continues to grow. He didn't get enough shots for himself tonight. You know, but 5 assists and 1 turnover. You know, that's a darn good ratio for a guy who's been playing a point, you know, for 4 or 5 games. So we're just going to continue to grind. Like I said, we're halfway through the conference schedule. There's a lot of games left, and in the A-10 tournament, and we're going to continue to get better, and we're going to find some wins.
16 rebounds for Chris tonight. Halfway through his freshman season, do you still consider him to be somewhat of a pleasant surprise?
Without a doubt, without a doubt. I mean, we recruited him like a football player in the sense that I never saw him live. Tommy Pecora saw him, and I watched film, and you know, we looked at his size and his ability to do things, and I really, you know, he didn't shoot the ball great tonight. He made a couple big shots, but I just was kidding with him because his national coach from Germany came to watch him. So I said that we have to get him an apartment to get you to get 16 rebounds every night. Does he have to live in New York for the rest of the season? But you know, look, for the freshmen, how much more can we ask? You know what I mean? I mean, they're making mistakes, but they're making aggressive mistakes. And when Eric attacks the rim, it's either a dunk, a layup, or a whistle. But at times he still settles, you know, and I think that's the difference between him having a great shooting night and not. He was 4 for 15, a couple fadeaways, you know. But there's a learning curve for freshmen, and John's playing again. I think Sevier's playing again. You know, we still got to work on his defensive effort for stretches, but he's playing, and that's why we've been in these last couple of games. We have another offensive option.
the defense was much better than the game in Dayton. It seemed like you guys were right in it, but then those key turnovers would then lead to points, and before you know it, it was 4 or 6. Just talk about how the defense was better, but how those turnovers, sort of 16 points off turnovers, sort of.
Yeah, and we didn't have that many turnovers. Turnovers can be deceiving because it's where they occur, how they occur. Are they turnovers that go out of bounds? Now all of a sudden they're not leading the other way, but they were live turnovers. I thought the one out at half court hurt us. I'm not sure if it was Mandel or Antoine, but there was one on a crossover where he got sloppy with it, and then boom, they go the other way. So we didn't have a lot of turnovers, but they were costly ones in the sense that they were live turnovers. I'm sorry, what was the second part?
Just about the defense better than...
Yeah, well, look, we executed a good defensive plan against them. Our thing was we tried to make sure Lane didn't get the ball because they could just pound you in the paint, on post-ups. They did a good job of scoring in the paint, driving the basketball, but we outscored them in the paint. We wanted to make sure they had to beat us over the top, and in the second half, the difference was Davis. Davis made those 2 or 3 threes. In the first half, they weren't making anything on the perimeter. And that ends up being the difference, those 2 threes, when you look at a 6-point game.
Against a team like this that always has great guards, even before this with Chaz a couple of years ago, how much more do you miss Brandon and his experience?
Yeah, well, they miss Chaz, we miss Brandon. There's always that, wow, if we had this guy one more year, I have Kervin Bristol. When he was here our first year, we were like, damn, we should have redshirted him. Because he could have been really good in year 3 when, but you gotta let him go after 4 years. You gotta set him free. So, once again, I think the success Brandon Frazier had, morphing from a combo guard to a point guard, is helping Mandel tremendously because he sees his future with the ball in his hands, and he's working really hard, watching film and doing things on the floor as a point guard and making sure we don't have empty trips, and that's important. You can't afford to have empty trips and. We had 7 more shot attempts than they did this evening, but a couple of them rattled halfway down, and then a couple of them go down. It's a different game.
I was going to say, how nice do you like the looks that you're getting? Some of them aren't going down, but Chris with a pump fake going in, it's a wide open shot. Even though he misses it, at least you guys are getting a lot better looks on that.
No doubt. And I think we've made some adjustments to what we're doing offensively. We're sharing the ball better. And I think having John on the floor, making some shots, creates space. And when you have some space, you become a better offensive team.
Sorry about the farm.
That was you? I thought it was Joe.
Talk about what gives you the confidence, Tom, that you're close. 1-possession game last week against URI.
That's what does. Hey, look, when we first got here, we were getting blown out all the time, guys. It was... Thank God I'm friends with guys in the league. For the first couple of years, there were guys that could have put the wood to us by 40 every night. And out of the goodness of their heart, we were losing games by 20, 25, just about every night. You know what I mean? So now, we're there. The young talent level is good enough, and it's there. So we just have to continue to coach them up. Tomorrow we're going to be right where you guys are sitting now. We're going to watch a bunch of film of this game. We're going to start watching some St. Louis. We're going to go out and walk through some things, but a lot of guys played a lot of minutes tonight, so we won't go live. And then we'll get ready Friday and prepare for St. Louis on Saturday, who's playing very well. Beat St. Joe's at home last night.
Tom, you bring up St. Louis, 10 turnovers tonight. How encouraging is that against that team with Jairus' influence still living on in some of their players?
Yeah, they're just tough as nails. Jimmy Cruz, I'm old enough to remember him as a player. He was a tough son of a gun, and they play a lot like Indiana defensively. It's going to be a much different game than this in the sense that you're not giving them any space to shoot the ball on the perimeter. They shoot the ball well, and they defend really tough in a tough man-to-man concept. So it's going to be a different game and a different challenge for us.
I was listening to the radio earlier, and you said the key was to rebound. You're working on boxing out. You guys won the battle. How nice is it to see you guys finally execute the game plan and finally, going through going through pregame, and it finally is on the floor?
Well, that's what I said at halftime. I said, guys, the reason we're in this game is we're doing a great job executing game plan, and that's a sign of maturity. So hopefully we're maturing in that sense. But that is exactly why we were able to stay in the game. We lost our way for about 4 or 5 minutes, and that cost us the game. And they didn't. They continued. That was their speed. All of a sudden, there were turnovers. They were getting out on the break. They were doing this. And the pace of the game. We came down, shot a quick 3 one time, missed, long rebound. It's like an outlet for them. Boom, and they were off and running. Now I'm happy about the job on the boards, but our guards got to do a better job rebounding. I just said to them, Derek Gordon 6'2.5". Eric 6'6". Brian Smith, you know, who played 25 minutes, had 1 rebound. He's the same size as him. We've got to put a body on him. We've got to make, you know, he gets 10 rebounds, we maybe win this game. You know what I'm saying? So it's those little things, and obviously you guys know that's what drives a coach crazy. You know, because you sit in those things, and you know, a lot of people say I'd rather get, you know, blown out than lose a close game. Not for me. I want to compete, and I want to look at this, and I want to be able to show my team tomorrow, here's a handful of things that we could have done that could have changed the game. And they're little things. And the little things add up, they become big things.